Yeah, he's the father of Reza Pahlavi.
Do you know what status he had in Iran?
He was a Shah, the rightful ruler of Iran.
Amazing. Do you know the atrocities he committed?
Like what?
Okay. In between the year 1974 and 1975, he executed and imprisoned anywhere between 25 and 100,000 political protesters. Do you know about this?
Well. Of course he's an Iraqi Shiite chest-beating banana, residing on Australian soil, sympathetic to the Islamic regime. I wonder why it's never the Iranians who sympathise for Islamic ideology who have actually lived under Islamic occupation. It always happens to be the Pakis, Bangladeshis, Iraqi Shiites, Lebanese Shiite Hezbollahis. I wonder why. This stooge wants to go around and take the piss into the Iranian revolution against Islamic occupation, put non-Iranians on the spot for supporting the cause, and gain validation from Western woke useful idiot Karens. All for the likes.
The regime that we've all been told is really, really bad is actually not that bad at all compared to look what the West is going through. Look at all the drug users in the state.
Standard Pallywood weak behaviour. Let's refute their bullshit since they will never have the balls to actually debate someone properly, other than for clout.
In between the year 1974 and 1975, he executed and imprisoned anywhere between 25 and 100,000 political protesters. Do you know about this?
Alright boy, this is one of those Western SAVAK fairy tales that has made its way into the Marxist narrative circle. The false 100,000 political prisoners claim originates from Amnesty International reports from 1974 and 1975, which was based on information from opposition exile groups to the Shah, aka Islamist Marxists. Amnesty itself then had to covertly correct itself after several investigations because it turned out that the vast majority of the prisoners had long since been free or had never been imprisoned at all. You conveniently admitted that, didn't ya? The objective truth behind SAVAK has long been bastardized by the Western Islamo-Marxist circles. The journalist Emadeddin Baghi, student of Ayatollah Montazeri himself, Khomeini's designated successor, had confirmed that within the space of around 16 years, around 3,100 deaths could be verified. Of these, 2,700 were Islamo-Marxists killed in armed conflict against the Iranian army, not SAVAK. Between 1971 and 1979, which was roughly the duration of the Islamo-Marxist guerrilla campaigns against the Shah, again, actual armed confrontations with security forces led to 341 deaths. These numbers come from the Islamic regime's Martyrs Foundation, Bunyad al-Shahid themselves. Not a pro-Shah source, is it, mate? When Baghi released this data, guess what happened to him? You may be wondering, who were these Islamo-Marxist political prisoners? These fucksticks, among which your beloved Khamenei, not the greatest representation of an innocent political prisoner, is it? Now, was the SAVAK perfect? No, just like literally every single state intelligence organization ever. But the Iran of the 1960s and 70s was not a Whitehaven beach with Sundays, was it? It was a modernizing state embedded within arguably the most unstable region of the world, wedged between a Soviet Marxist superpower in the north and Iraqi Ba'ath regime to the west, which openly threatened Iran with war time and again, and a growing number of Islamo-Marxist armed groups inside the country, all of which shared the common goal of overthrowing the state and establishing an Islamo-Marxist occupation. In fact, relative to many other intelligence orgs, including the CIA, SAVAK was quite placid. If anything, the Shah was too kind to the Islamo-Marxists. It was the Shah that decided not to have Khomeini killed when the opportunity was there, and your Saddam offered to do it. It was the Shah who maintained peaceful relations with the Iraqi Ba'athist regime. It was the Shah that was the second country in the region to recognize the State of Israel in 1950 and maintain peaceful relations, which I know you don't like. It was because of the Shah that there were virtually no significant wars throughout the region whilst he was in power. It was because of the Shah that women had suffrage rights before Switzerland. It was the Shah who exponentially modernized Iran economically, socially, industrially, and more. Post 1979, however, with these fucksticks, quite the contrary. Now, Any mention of the atrocities committed by the Islamic regime? No? Oh, you love them too much, don't you? Alright, I'll do it then. Just a handful among many. The arson attack on Cinema Rex in 1978 before the 1979 Islamo-Marxist coup. Over 470 people burned to death. The Islamists had locked the doors and set fire to the cinema. Your mates. In the 1980s, tens of thousands of confirmed political prisoners, executions and mass murders because of their potential anti-Islamist stance. Many of them were part of the Islamo-Marxists who were within the 1979 coup. Your mates. Highest rate of executions in the world per capita. Your mates. Sharia gender apartheid with women institutionally half the value of a man. Women systematically tortured, raped, organs extracted and killed for being infidels. Your mates. Mass murders in the thousands and tens of thousands with each peaceful uprising against the Islamic regime. Your mates. With the most recent in January this year, upwards of 40,000 killed within the space of 48 hours. The largest mass murder of Iranians ever in contemporary history by the very Islamist militants from Iraq. Your mates. But let me guess, they're all Mossad agents, right? Needless to mention all the other atrocities within and outside the Iranian borders, you conveniently omit these things, hey? Why? Because you subscribe to the same death cult of an ideology that they do. 12er Shiite Mahdiism. Now, since you lot think it's funny to take the piss into Iranians wanting freedom, I think it's funny that Pride Month aligns exactly with Muharram, when you and your boys jerk each other off for Hussein, right? But also, this Saturday, after 4 months, is finally the funeral of this pissfuck that was hiding underground for like 90% of the time. So much for being an imam. But also, the new supreme leader, none other than the cardboard Ayatollah Mujtaba, loves to get shagged. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I just find it so fitting that at the same time of Pride Month, old mate might just be coming out this Saturday. I hope he comes out and reveals himself after 4 months in full latex. But also, what's going on with all the Iraqi Shiite MPs, mate? Tens of millions of dollars discovered in sweeping raids throughout Iraq. You even got golden lingeries for MP Hind al-Abbasi. Saucy. Jokes aside though, we know where all this cash comes from. The blood of the Iranian people. And yet, you laugh at the thought of my people being free. Your ideology is sick, just like your fake modesty. Oh, and just before I forget, Haydar, یه مش کون پاروی ننسیقه‌ای شیعه عراقی حتی ارزش آبکیر ایرانی هم نیستن. ایران مال ماست. ارث پدری. Now I know you speak Arabic, but since you lot are so obsessed with Iran, you can manage to learn a little bit of Persian, can't you? پاینده ایران، جاوید شاه, and long live Australia, free from the rotten tentacles of the Islamic regime.
این زنها اگر بیان با این عرب‌هایی از عراق میان اینها مباشرت جنسی بکنن این ثواب داره به خاطر که اینا از کربلا آمدن.